Welcome to the Don't Get Butchered with Big Ray's NFL Week 3. Let's go, Ace.
Bam. All right, boys and girls, NFL Week 3. Big Ray cannot wait for Week 3. Finally, we kind of got a good feel of some of the teams over the first 2 weeks and cannot wait for Week 3. It's going to be a juicy weekend, boys and girls. So welcome to the channel. If you are new, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and comment below, boys and girls. Help us grow this channel and get your DGF merch. Support the channel. Link is right below to get your DGF merch. We're going to get you guys right into the quote of the day, Big Ree. The quote of the day: have no fear of perfection. You'll never reach it. Once again, have no fear of perfection. You'll never reach it, by Salvador Dali, artist. Interesting quote. Just feel free, man. Just don't worry about perfection. Just do what you got to do. Don't worry about mistakes. Just don't try to make things perfect is the moral of this quote. Is just go and do things. You're going to make mistakes. Things are not going to be the best. You just you can continue to improve on things, but don't worry about perfection. I once heard a quote that said, perfection is basically perfection is the, what's the exact quote that it was? Is basically like messes up productivity, right? Like if you worry about perfection, you lose productivity. It's the enemy of productivity. Perfection is the enemy of productivity. So, quote of the day. Let's get into a recap, Big Ree, of last week. One of the games, we had the Bengals beating the Jaguars 31-27 in a comeback win. Big news out of this game is Joe Burrow got hurt. Ankle injury. They're saying he's out for 3 months, most of the season, basically. If they can keep the ship steady, they can potentially make the playoffs, and he might return. What are your thoughts on this injury? Are the Bengals done? Is Joe Burrow done for the season?
I mean, Burrow could be done. I'm hearing they're trying to get Malik Willis from the Packers, so I don't know what he's worth. Maybe a 3rd or 4th round pick. But yeah, that's the bigger news there. Joe Burrow getting hurt. I mean, obviously, huge impact. But yeah, a good win for them. I mean,
they're 2-0, but can without Burrow? Let's say Burrow doesn't return this season. Can they make the playoffs?
Depends who their quarterback is. With Jake Browning, I don't know.
Yeah, with Jake Browning,
I don't think so.
I don't think they're giving a 3rd round pick for Malik Willis. I don't think the Packers are going to trade Malik Willis. Well, if they get a 3rd, they will, but they need a backup QB.
They're gonna sign. They just worked out DTR today.
The Packers did?
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, then maybe they might. I think Browning is not a bad option as a backup, but I mean the Bengals looked bad with Joe Burrow. Okay, they looked bad with Joe Burrow, and honestly, I think everybody doesn't want to talk about Joe Burrow signing this $260 million contract. And this is his 6th season in the league. The guy can't stay healthy. Why isn't anybody talking about this? He's played only 10 games twice in 2 seasons already. That, he's missed almost half the season twice. And now he's going to miss more than half the season in his 3rd season. He can't stay damn healthy. This guy's about to turn 29 years old in December. So why isn't anybody talking about this guy? Everyone wants to talk about injury prone in different sports. And Joe Burrow, everyone wants to just forget about Joe Burrow. He can't stay healthy. Yeah, they made that run to the Super Bowl, but ever since then, what have they done? Not have done crap. They have done nothing. And if you can't stay healthy, that's on you. So I'm not buying the Bengals at all. I was very excited about them because when he's healthy, he's shown he's a top tier quarterback. But at this point, the conversation has to be, can Joe Burrow stay healthy? It's always going to be, can he stay healthy?
Yeah.
That's it. And it's not like this guy's 25. He's 29. He's about to be 29. So let's move on to the Cowboys against the Giants in a shootout. 1,000 combined yards and a 40-37 win for the Cowboys in overtime, Big Ree. What are your thoughts there?
Yeah, crazy game. I mean, shout out to Brandon Aubrey for hitting these field goals.
64-yarder, right? Wow.
And crazy game. I think the Giants look pretty good. Russell Wilson throwback performance.
Yep.
And the Cowboys are just the Cowboys. I mean, what can I say?
Yeah, I mean, Aubrey, great 64-yard field goal. Got to give him a lot of credit. Cowboys defense stinks. Gave up, this many yards to the Giants, 500 yards. Russell Wilson played great. I mean, this guy solidified himself as QB1, and Dart's not coming in anytime soon. So Russ just bought him at least 8 to 10 games now. Okay. Dart's not playing. But the Cowboys, they got to win. Congrats. But I mean, honestly, Giants just ripped them a new one. It's just both teams' defenses were horrible, and I liked the Giants' defense. This was my pick. I liked, the Giants plus 5.5, and they covered, but their defense, you're giving up 37 points here. But good game. I mean, what a game. Then the Lions, 52-21 over the Bears. Week 1, they got spanked by Green Bay, and everyone was saying, hey, they lost their coordinators. Everybody was saying the Lions offense is done. And I don't know. I still don't know. But, I mean, they obviously quieted everybody with this performance. But what are your thoughts, Big Ree? This is your division.
Yeah, I mean, they were expected to win this game. I mean, we'll see this upcoming weekend versus the Ravens. I mean, they played great. It's a little rivalry there. Ben Johnson didn't want to really shake anyone's hand. Jared Goff had to run him down, and I mean the Lions just gave him a spanking. They wouldn't put the brakes on.
Yeah, I mean, put up 52 points. I mean, you don't really see too much of a 50 burger in the NFL. You don't see it too often, and they've done it a few times over the last couple of years. And yeah, they spanked the Bears, and the Bears, starting 0-2, not a good look for the Bears and number 1 overall pick, Caleb Williams. But at least Detroit kind of calmed the waters for a week. I'm not going to get too excited, to be honest, because they got handled by Green Bay, right? And so I'm not going to really get too excited, but it was a good win for them. They needed this. They didn't want to go down 0-2.
The upcoming week will say a lot because I believe it's a Monday night game.
It is a Monday night game.
So that everyone was going to see it, and then everyone's going to react on that.
Yeah.
Everyone's going to watch, and everyone will react on that.
Well, that's going to be a great Monday night game. Yeah. I can't wait for that. Cannot wait for that game. And then we got the Bills 30-10 over the Jets, Big Ree.
Yeah. I'm not going to sit back. It was my pick. The Jets played completely terrible. The Bills played amazing. It was an awful pick. I just thought the Jets would play a lot better. Justin Fields did not play good. This offense was complete. I can't even say it on here, but but Jets were just terrible. They could not get anything going.
I mean, you know what I have to say about this? The Jets are the Jets. That's what I got to say. The Jets are the Jets. The Jets are a crappy organization, a crappy team, and they will be for a long time until there's some major changes with ownership. I said that last year. They actually had something going, and they decided, Robert Saleh was the problem here. And the Jets just stink. And it's not because of the players. It's not because of anything else. It's because of the management is just toxic. And the Jets stink. And I feel bad for the New York fans because they have to root for this sorry team. But the Jets stink. And it sucks because we're in such a big city of New York. And who doesn't love going to New York? But the Jets just stink. 30-10 at home. At home after blowing a big game against Pittsburgh in week 1, and they're already 0-2. All the excitement for the Jets fan is already gone after week 2. They're done. That's it. Are they making the playoffs, Big Ree?
No chance.
Playoffs? Yeah, they're done. Let's get into the Colts versus the Broncos, Big Ree. The Colts versus the Broncos. Colts won 29-28 in a wild ending, Big Ree. And what are your thoughts here? So I got a lot to say. So
I don't know. This game, the ending should have not. They shouldn't have called the penalty there. I mean, the Broncos had it and they blew it. And Daniel Jones is playing great.
Daniel Jones playing unbelievable. He's earning his name, Danny Dimes. I mean, the guy just basically, I'm pretty sure he thought he was out of the league, and then he just got the second chance in life and is taking full advantage of it. And He is playing great. And this loss, even though the Colts got this win, Shane Steichen, who's the coach of the Colts, Shane Steichen, almost blew this game for them. He got bailed out by that BS call that they called on Denver on the field goal attempt. He got on that 60-yarder, he got bailed out, but he basically was just downing the effing ball for 3 carries and didn't try to get some extra yardage and let his kicker have a more, fair kick. He didn't try to get some additional yards. He was basically comfortable giving his kicker a 60-yard field goal attempt. And the kicker blew the damn kick, and there was some BS call, nonsense call that the Broncos leaped over. What kind of stupid call? Then they got 15 yards, re-kicked it, and made a 45-yarder. Shane Steichen should have took responsibility, almost cost them this game. He got bailed out here. Bad loss for the Broncos. Bad loss. They should have won this game. Then what about the game of the week? The Chiefs and the Eagles, 20-17. Big Ree, Eagles 2017. What are your thoughts here?
I'm going to let you take the floor.
Okay, so my thoughts are, first of all, the Eagles won. Congrats, you guys won. Super Bowl rematch. Once again, the Chiefs blew this game with they were out their top 2 receivers, Worthy and Rashee Rice. But who blew this game? Travis Kelce again blew this game for the Chiefs. 2 weeks in a row. He had a wide open touchdown pass in the end zone from 5 yards out, dropped the pass, and then they intercepted on the deflection. 2 weeks in a row, blew this game. Both losses are on Travis Kelce. Get your head out of your ass. Get your head out of your ass, Travis Kelce. You got too much stuff going on off the field. If you're not in the game, step out. If you want to retire, retire. But you're costing the Chiefs 2 weeks in a row. They're 0-2 because of you. You lost them this game, then your bonehead move in week 1 to take out your own player, Worthy. And this is huge. This guy cost them twice. This should have been the Chiefs should have been up 17-13, and instead there was a damn pick and ended up being 20-10. Travis Kelce, get your head out of your ass. That's all I gotta say. You have anything to say, Big Ree, on this?
Yeah, that was the swing of the game, but Mahomes wasn't playing too great either. And yeah, it is what it is. The Chiefs, it's good to see the Chiefs losing.
I'm sure a lot of people don't mind seeing the Chiefs losing, but this is absolutely crazy that Travis Kelce can cause them 2 wins. Unbelievable.
I don't put this one completely on Kelce.
How much percentage you got? You can't say he doesn't have any responsibility.
50%.
Oh, that's fair that you're all respected. Travis Kelce, you lost them this game. 100%. 100%. They lost him this game. And this is clearly, he doesn't make these mistakes before. He's got too much. This whole off the field nonsense is messed up. Clearly, is messed up.
Well, Mahomes is doing it with him too. He was just out with Taylor Swift and Kelce. So.
But Mahomes is not throwing interceptions left and right or dropping balls in the end zone.
Not playing great either.
Yeah, because he's missing his top 2 receivers. Even with his top 2 receivers and a bunch of washed up guys like Hollywood Brown and Juju Smith-Schuster and Kelce that should be all number 3, 4, and 5s, he's keeping them interesting. They could easily be 2-0 right now. But some bonehead plays by Travis Kelce. Let's get into this game, the Sunday night game, Falcons and Vikings, 22-6, Big Ree. 22-6, the Falcons. Everybody had the Vikings to win this game favored. What are your thoughts here?
Yeah, this was a very boring game. Field goals galore. Neither quarterback played well. Just field goals galore. And then there was one touchdown at the end with Tyler Algier, and that's pretty much it. Nothing really to say here. There's not much.
Yeah, I mean, all I got to say is J.J. McCarthy? J.J. McCarthy? Everybody wants to talk about after week 1. Oh, J.J. McCarthy is the real deal. J.J. McCarthy, the next great QB for the Vikings. Stop it. I said this preseason. I said this in week 1. J.J. McCarthy getting overhyped, okay? This guy has had 1 good quarter out of 8. Otherwise, he played like complete crap in 7 quarters. Complete crap, okay? And just because, I'll give him this. He likes to get hyped up. he's got some swag and he wants to hype up the team. He's very ultra confident. That's all great, but if you don't deliver, nobody gives a crap and your team is going to get sick of it. You're over there on the sideline trying to pump people up. You can pump people up when you back it up on the field. You haven't backed up crap on the field right now. And everybody wants to hype up JJ McCarthy. Yeah, this guy might not be Zach Wilson from a couple years ago, who that guy clearly was a bust, and I called that as well. He might be better than Zach Wilson, but let's not act like this guy is going to be a really good quarterback. He's going to be serviceable. He's going to be serviceable, but he's got Justin Jefferson, and he's throwing up 130 yards a game. Get out of there. I said this, they're going to regret letting Darnold go because they invested a 12th overall pick in McCarthy. Biggest mistake the Vikings have made, and this is going to cost them for the next 3-4 years in Justin Jefferson's prime. In his prime, they're costing him by putting a damn rookie QB out there that they think is the next great QB.
I don't agree with that because they weren't going anywhere in that division anyway. So,
and who's gonna lead that division?
The Packers run that division. They've been running that division.
They haven't. Who won the division last year?
Who won the division last year?
Lions
had one hit wonder, bro.
But who's won the division? Lions. So you can't say that the Packers have been running that division. When of the last time the Packers made the Super Bowl?
2011.
Okay, so don't act like they've been running that division.
We're not. Okay, first of all, if we're going to talk about running the division, where did Super Bowl come up on there?
I'm just
no. Answer my question.
Okay. If you're gonna win the division,
running the division,
and they didn't even win last year.
The Super Bowl.
I mean, the Packers. I like them, and I said I think they're a sleeper for the Super Bowl this year. But don't act like that they've been running this division and just running everybody out.
Clearly, they have.
No.
Go look at the last 10 years right now on your phone and tell me.
But you're acting like you're. Why, first of all, why are we talking about the Packers when we're talking about JJ McCarthy and the Vikings, and they were 14-3 last year, and you're acting like they had no chance? Like they were 14-3 with Sam Darnold.
And and where'd they go? Since you want to talk about
they got bounced out in the first round.
Exactly.
But now look at them. They got JJ McCarthy. They're not even going to make the playoffs.
Yeah,
these guys are not even a playoff team now.
McCarthy's hurt now. Jones is hurt.
It doesn't matter if he's hurt. He stinks. We've seen it. He looks like complete crap for 7 out of 8 quarters. I guarantee you they're already regretting letting Sam Darnold go. They already regret it. They already know we messed up. They should have they had McCarthy, great. Keep him there, let him continue to learn. When Sam Darnold, when his time is up, then they can put McCarthy in, or he's a backup, or they trade him. It doesn't make any sense. McCarthy stinks. And they gambled on McCarthy, and I think they're gonna hurt. Honestly, you're gonna watch, they're gonna play better with Carson Wentz.
Okay, we'll see.
And then let's quickly go into the Buccaneers and the Texans, Big Ree. What a game. What a game. I mean, the Texans, look, they completely just, they play like crap. I really like the Texans there. And what are your thoughts? Baker Mayfield? What are your thoughts?
Shout out to Baker Mayfield. He came through. Nothing else really to say here. Texans blew this.
Texans. I mean, is there some major concerns here in Houston?
And CJ Stroud sucks. As I've been saying, this guy's overrated. Clearly, can't really get anything done. He has his weapons there. He has a running back. He's missing his running back right now, but yeah.
I mean, he's missing his running back. His number 2 player, Christian Kirk, receiver, didn't play, but they blew. I mean, they played bad. I don't want to make any excuses. The Texans should have won this, and they played bad. And Baker, everybody knows I'm a Baker fan. He played well. And he came down. I didn't expect this on the road. I did not expect this, but congrats to the Tampa Bay 2-0. Let's get to the BS segment of the show, Big Ree. We went out on Friday night. Korean barbecue. The entire crew came out.
Yeah.
That was a great night of Korean barbecue. How did you like that? I didn't get to ask you. How did you like the Korean barbecue?
Honestly, I was talking with Bruce. He even said, I was like, yeah, something just didn't taste right. Wasn't itself that night, but it was good to see everyone.
It was good to see everybody. We got the private room over there at the Korean barbecue. They hooked us up, took care of us, but the food was good, but it was not great. Like, that place is usually really good.
Yeah.
Like, you leave that place and you're like, damn, Why don't we come here more often? The stakes and some of the cuts were a little bit off. I agree. I was like, I honestly, I was going ham on the, was it the Bulgogi?
Bulgogi, yeah.
Bulgogi. I was going ham on that. That was fire. Yeah. And their sides, they upgraded their sides. Yeah, I'll give them that. Sides were good. But yeah, I agree. Like it was not top tier like it normally is.
Yeah.
But it was good to get out. It was good to see everybody. Shout out to all the boys that came out. That coffee house after was pretty fire.
Yeah.
I was impressed.
Yeah, me too.
I was impressed. Prices were a little bit taxed, but the desserts were really good.
Yeah.
Best desserts I think from any of these coffee houses that we've been to.
Yeah.
But I guess that's what you get when you go deep in the OC.
Yeah.
I mean, we were deep in the OC, Big Ree. Yeah. Deep. We were all close to Laguna Hills.
Yeah.
And so, but it was a great night. Good to see everybody. We still got to hit up the griddle.
Yeah, for sure. Maybe
I don't know about this week. It's going to be tough. We got that barbecue coming up this weekend. Barbecue, Ace's annual barbecue is coming up. So I don't know, but maybe Sunday. Maybe Sunday.
Yeah, maybe Sunday. We'll see.
We'll see. Let's make the griddle happen. All right, Big Reed. Let's get into some shout outs.
Shout out to Corey Silva. Said sign these fellas up. Get us signed up, Corey.
We appreciate the support, Corey. Thank you. Very loyal fan. We're trying to get that network deal, so that would be great. But Corey, we are gonna head back to Red Top, and we're gonna get that Vietnamese cuisine. So cannot wait. So we're gonna definitely make a trip out there sometime when we get free weekend, Corey.
Shout out to Worldly. He said brand name gas has detergents added versus no name gas. That is the one reason no name gas is cheaper.
Interesting. Okay. Well, I appreciate everybody that commented below and gave us their thoughts on the no name gas versus the expensive gas. And then shout out to Jack Lee. Said great graphics, guys. So nice. We appreciate it, Jack. And all right, Big Ree, anything else before we get into the picks?
No, let's get into the picks.
All right. So without further ado, here we go, boys and girls. Aquí vamos, chicos y chicas. Let's go. All right. Game 1. We got the Green Bay Packers at the Cleveland Browns. The Packers, who own the division, are 7.5-point favorites. The Packers 2-0, coming off a 27-18 win versus Washington. They put up 404 yards in this game. Jordan Love, 66% completion on the season, 980 yards, 4 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. They are on a 2-game winning streak, and they have the number 3 ranked defense. And they have the number 2 ranked run D. And then we got Cleveland, who is 0-2. They're coming off a 41-17 loss at Baltimore. They actually outgained Baltimore in this game, 323-242. And they did lose 17-16 in week 1 to Cincinnati. And here's my thoughts with this game in Cleveland. First of all, Cleveland, too many turnovers, from Flacco. This guy is turning over the ball, 2 interceptions last week, plus a fumble. And they have a -4 turnovers on the season, net turnover ratio here. And I think that changes this week, boys and girls. They have the number 1 overall defense, Cleveland. They are at home. They have their 2nd round pick, the running back out of Ohio State, Quishon Judkins. He returned in week 2 after signing the contract. No preseason, no training camp. Came in, put up 61 yards receiving, I think about 20 yards on the ground, or 30 yards on the receiving, and 61 on the ground. And I like Cleveland to, cause some turnovers here. Keep this interesting. And I like Cleveland to cover. And I'm taking Cleveland plus 7.5. All right, game 2. We got the Cincinnati Bengals at the Minnesota Vikings. The Vikings are a 3-point favorite. Bengals 2-0, coming off a 31-27 win versus Jacksonville. This was a nice comeback win for them after Joe Burrow got hurt. That was the big news coming out of this game. Burrow got hurt, left the game with an ankle injury, announced he is out for 3 months, so he will not be playing in this game. Backup Jake Browning looked pretty decent, 21 for 32, 241, 2 touchdowns, but 3 interceptions for quarterback Browning. That's not going to get it done. And honestly, Jamar Chase, he had a big game, 14 receptions, 165, but nobody else is doing anything here. Nobody's doing anything for Cincinnati. And then we got their run game stinks. And then we got the Vikings, who are at home. They are 1-1, coming off a 22-6 loss to Atlanta on Sunday night. They were outgained 326-198. JJ McCarthy, 11 for 21, 158 yards, 0 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, and 1 fumble for JJ McCarthy. Their pass defense looked good, but they held Michael Penix Jr. to 135 yards and 0 passing touchdowns. And here's my thoughts here. First of all, JJ McCarthy, overhyped. Also, I've said it all year long, is overhyped, but they do have a really good defense. Their defense has kept them in both of these games and given them a chance to, actually win. But McCarthy just playing like crap in last game and played lucky in the fourth quarter of game 1. I think Carson Wentz actually plays really well. He's an upgrade over McCarthy, and they got the stud receiver in Jefferson. Bengals are going to struggle on the road here. I like the Vikings here to cover the -3. I'm taking Minnesota -3. All right, game 3. We got the New Orleans Saints at the Seattle Seahawks. The Seahawks are a 7.5-point favorite. New Orleans 0-2, coming off a 26-21 loss to San Francisco against backup quarterback Mac Jones. Made Mac Jones look like, 2022 Mac Jones? Or they thought this guy was the next Tom Brady. They're on a 2-game losing streak. I want to give credit to Spencer Rattler. The guy's actually been playing pretty serviceable. 421 total yards, 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, 65% completion. Very serviceable for Rattler. But there's just not enough talent on that team. Kamara, he's doing his part. He's looking pretty decent, but outside of Kamara and Olave, they really got nothing going on there. And
Jawan Johnson. He's been
right,
playing great.
Jawan Johnson, Shaheed? Just not enough talent there. I'm not buying them. And then we got, first of all, is Jawan Johnson on your fantasy league?
No, he's not.
Okay, got it. Your fantasy team. All right, Seattle 1-1, coming off a 31-17 win at Pittsburgh. They put up 395 yards here. Kenneth Walker Jr., 13 carries, 105 yards, 1 touchdown. Obviously, the complete muffed kickoff by rookie Caleb Johnson of Pittsburgh just gifted them 7 points. That was a big turning point. Seattle has the number 9 run defense, and that's going to put pressure on Alvin Kamara, and that's going to make Spencer Rattler have to make some plays, and I think he's gonna mess up there. And here's my thoughts on this game. First of all, Seattle's at home. Saints' first road game. Their first 2 games were at home. This is their first road game. Seattle had 2 pretty tough opponents to start the season: San Francisco and Pittsburgh. I like a big game for Sam Darnold, at least 3+ touchdowns, at least. And so if you guys want to put on some player prop on that, I like Darnold have at least 3+ passing touchdowns. This is my lock of the week, boys and girls. I'm taking Seattle -7.5. All right, Big Ree, let's go.
The first game I got is the Rams at the Eagles. Eagles coming off a 20-17 win versus the Chiefs. Rams coming off a 33-19 win versus the Titans. Nothing impressive there. Eagles are one of the best teams in the league, if not the best, defending Super Bowl champions. Look, Jalen Hurts has not looked that great this season. He has 3 rushing touchdowns, not a single passing touchdown. The one thing that's not being talked about is A.J. Brown is frustrated, even though he had some targets the last game. Rams have not played a great team yet. I think the Rams are a really good team, even though as long as Matthew Stafford stays healthy, the Rams defense is very underrated. And you're giving me 3.5 points on this on the road. I'm taking the Rams plus 3.5. The next game I got is the Cardinals at the Niners. Cards coming off a 27-22 win versus the Panthers. 49ers coming off a 26-21 win versus the Saints. Mac Jones looked pretty solid in his first start. I think Kyle Shanahan makes any quarterback look great. Look, Cardinals offense has been completely disappointment this season, and they beat the Saints and the Panthers. 49ers' best win comes versus the Seahawks. I know Brock Purdy was playing there, but as I said, Kyle Shanahan makes any quarterback look good, and I'm taking the 49ers minus 1.5. That's my lock of the week. The last game I got is the Cowboys at the Bears. As we talked about earlier, the Cowboys had a game-winning walk-off field goal in overtime. Bears 0-2 coming off a whooping 52-21 as we talked about. The Bears, after that blowing that loss versus the Vikings, just everything has been downhill. While the Cowboys got their first win, Cowboys center Cooper Beebe is out 6 to 8 weeks, so he won't be there. Bears Pro Bowl cornerback Jalen Johnson is out indefinitely. I think this is the first game where Caleb Williams finally steps up, and I'm taking the Bears -1.
All right, Big Ree. Going to be a juicy weekend. Football is just getting more and more fun and interesting every week, so can't wait. We really, all the teams starting to come together. So, all right, boys and girls, well, it was a good week 2, and we're going to keep the momentum rolling for week 3. Cannot wait. Hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and we'll see you guys next week for week 4.